This is Nico Rocco with Freedom is Essential, New Jersey, and I am standing here with the most dangerous man in the world. That's what we're calling this video, the most dangerous man in the world. His name is Rick Martin. He is from constitutionallawgroup.us. He is a constitutional lawyer founded in 1996. This man has the silver bullet to take back our republic. So I would like to introduce Rick Martin and what his remedy is to take back the republic. So Rick, please introduce yourself and feel free to talk about your remedy, but I'd first like to get your take on what the state of affairs is in this country and what the government is trying to do and how we can stop it.
Currently, right now, what we have is an intrusive government that is not acting under their oath of office. Government servants are our servants. We're not their slaves. Bottom line is, we the people have to take back our power. And if you notice in the Constitution, it states, we the people, first and foremost. We developed government for one reason, and that was to protect our rights. And they are not doing what they swore an oath to do. We're going to hold these public servants accountable for their crimes against the American people and humanity. What's going on is the biggest farce since, well, I'm not going to get into the conspiracies I know about. However, what we're focusing on now is remedy. I started the Reopen America campaign March 19th of this year, which was my 50th birthday. And that was the same day they shut down Texas. And with all my law study and legal background, I said, not on my watch, not on my watch. And I was the one that was called to defend Bob the Barber, 79-year-old Marine that was in Snohomish, Washington, that was being threatened with $90,000 in fines and shutting him down. He's had the barber shop open for 50 years. I went up there, and he became very famous in Snohomish County. Actually became popular all around the world, and Black Lives Matter and Antifa were out to burn this place down. We actually set up a militia out there where 800 armed men to the teeth stood guard watching over Bob and other business owners out there in Snohomish, Washington. We have him well protected, and we left and went down to Oregon, where we saw a bunch of chaos going on in Oregon, then did some rallies. But first and foremost, we started the first Sheriff Summit in Snohomish, Washington, that we had guest speakers from all around the world that came in. Our guest host was Rick Mack of the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association. Rick Mack learned more about the law in the hour ride to the airport, taking him back, and that he's ever heard of in his life. And he's like, it's possible, it is. And it is possible. We're going with our remedy. And we spoke about it at our second Sheriff's Summit, which we did in California. And what the remedy is, quite easily, anybody can do it. We have it on our website, constitutionallawgroup.us. You go to resources and click on take action, and then follow the step-by-step instructions on that. And anybody, we need the numbers is what we really need. We need the numbers in getting these affidavits against our governors and all politicians that are acting outside their oath of office. And when a unrebutted affidavit is filed, we give a timeline of 10 days on that rebuttal. An unrebutted affidavit stands as fact in law.
So one more time to the camera.
An unrebutted affidavit stands as fact in law. No judge can rule against it because there's no argument there. There's no controversy. The other party tacitly agrees by not rebutting. And we have the whole line of questions that are statements that they cannot rebut, showing that they're an actual criminal and in violation of their oath of office. That oath of office is the linchpin we're going to use to hang them by. And that goes for any public servants. All public servants must take that oath of office in order to hold that position. And that oath of office is to uphold, protect, and defend that Constitution. Not one of them. None of these executive orders have the power to trump, I love that word, trump the Constitution. The Constitution is the bedrock of all law. And if they violate that, they're acting in treason and sedition against the American people, which they swore to protect those rights for. What we're going to do right now is educate people on how to take action. Everybody can talk about the problems, but nobody's giving solutions. The Constitutional Law Group is giving a solution that is bulletproof. And you go step by step on what we have instructed. We've already filed right now, today, as a matter of fact, we filed these lawsuits, okay, in Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Jersey. And we got many more coming. And Montana. And one of the other things that we have available for remedy, these businesses that are making you put on a face mask to go in there, that's a bottom line against the law.
Tell the folks that are listening, if they are a customer or if they're an employee and they're required to wear a face mask and they're denied service or they are fired for not wearing a face mask, tell the listeners, please, what they can do to combat that.
When you go to our website, the number one thing they can do is go to, as I said, click on resources and then take action. We actually have a document that's already prepared. All they have to do is fill it out and serve the sheriff with it. Get the information. When you go to a business and they refuse service to you, that's an act of discrimination and clear violation of well-established law. These mandates, these edicts have no basis in law. They've never gone through legislature. They've never been voted on. And even if they had been voted on through legislature, we still have remedy. That remedy is the Supreme Court ruling going all the way back to 1803. The 1803 case, which is Marbury versus Madison, clearly stated by Chief Justice John J. Marshall, he stated, any law that is repugnant to the Constitution is no law, has no force of law, and can be ignored. We need to start ignoring this stuff because it has no basis in law. And to force this is a crime. And it's also discrimination if you're a business owner. So I'm going to tell you business owners right now, you don't have to follow these mandates that are put forth by these governors. They have no authority in law whatsoever. I've put charges against the health department. I've made charges against the liquor boards, all of them in their own private capacity. I've been 100% successful on running these agents out of businesses. They call me up and say, Rick, health department's here. I said, put them on the phone. I explain the law to them and make them realize that if they knowingly and willingly violate the rights of the business owner, I can hold them in their private capacity. They no longer have judicial immunity, and I'm going to sue them for everything they got. Their house, their car, all the way up to their dirty underwear, and leave them homeless on the street. Guess what? When you explain it to them, they have no problem getting the hell out of Dodge. And that's the way we got to handle this. And these business owners that are forcing their customers or their employees to wear a mask, it's an act of discrimination and it's in violation of well-established law. Mandates are not law. And by the grace of God, we wake these people up. I've talked to more cops that are so thankful to take their mask off and go back to work and tell their police chief or their sheriff, hey, you know what? We're supposed to uphold the law. We're law defenders, and you are violating my personal space and my rights, and you got to stop, because otherwise we're going to file charges. And the sheriff right now, that's what we've been doing at these sheriff's summits, is waking the sheriffs up to the power that they really have. Most of them don't realize the power that they have.
Tell them about the handbook, the sheriff's handbook.
Yes.
That's important to know.
Yeah. The sheriff handbook is one thing that you need to read yourself. Okay? It's only 84 pages long.
Where do we find that?
That's on our website. It's on our website. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to the resources and click down, and you're going to find that sheriff handbook and read it. And as a gift to your sheriff, go and get 20 people together and ask for a meeting with your county sheriff and then bring that along with him, and the Constitution. Those are the things that he needs to be following. He took that oath, and what the sheriff does, and that's the reason why they're trying to get rid of sheriffs, is he is the one person in the government that can arrest the president and your governor or any politician, the mayor, anyone, even the police chief. He's the most powerful man in your community, and he's also the one that's taken an oath to protect the county and its people from intrusive government. And this right now is intrusive government. And Donald Trump has been telling us, we the people, that you guys have to stand up. After I wrote, yes, it's up to us to take back power.
It's up to us.
And
don't wait for a politician.
Absolutely not.
Don't wait for anybody else. We, the people, are the ones that have the power and have to take action.
Absolutely, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to educate we, the people, on taking back our power. And the affidavit is number one. I learned this from an 80-year-old couple that came to me that have been doing it for 65 years. This is Jack and Margie Flynn, and they've gotten over two dozen judges removed from office just using this alone, and got rid of corrupt law enforcement officers as well. Needless to say, they've gotten a few death threats like myself. So politicians don't like to go, but we the people have to stand together, united as one front against corruption in government. You want to drain the swamp? This is how we do it. And we need to work together and get as many affidavits out there as possible. And I'm actually defending a lot of businesses. Over 10,000 businesses have opened up on my say-so alone. Or actually my group say-so alone.
10,000.
Over 10,000 have opened up, and they're still open. The first business I opened up was on the 21st of March, which was a bar. And they were invaded at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got a phone call, Texas time. Rick, the state troopers are here. They're going to issue citations to every one of my patrons for $500 a piece, and they're gonna write me a citation for $1,000. I said, get them on the line. Who's the head trooper? He got on the phone, and I basically did what I said, is I explained the law to him. He apologized to the business owner, and they left.
Wow.
Nobody was fined whatsoever. That business has been open since March 21st in Pennsylvania. So by the grace of God, we start paying attention and know what our rights are. If you don't know your rights, you have no rights.
Have none.
That Constitution is bulletproof. You cannot violate that. That is what protects we the people from intrusive government. My message right now to Donald Trump, President, I'm going to say thank you for referring to my letter and bringing it to William Barr, who came out the very next day and warned the governors that Rick Martin and the Constitutional Law Group was hunting for him right now for their violations and their oaths to the people. And Governor Murphy, take a good look. Take a good look. This is Rick Martin here with the Constitutional Law Group, and I'll be seeing you soon. We have filed against you in the federal and local courts.
So you have opened a mass tort claim on 42 governors and Bill Gates.
Yes.
Our listeners would love to hear about that, so please elaborate a little bit on that.
One mistake that we made on the mass tort claim, I paid out of my own pocket the $400 filing fee for each state. The mass tort claim does not have a timetable on it, so we're being stalled in every court. But you can see the mass tort claim. It is bulletproof on our website. Go to our website and you'll see the mass tort claim. And what we've decided to do now with the help of Margie and Jack Flynn that have perfected the affidavit is we're going to do the affidavit. An unrebutted affidavit stands as fact in law. There's no dispute there. They tacitly agree, and this is exactly what we're going to do. We're also going to have on our documents in there is the discrimination, so you can bring that to carry them with you. Go to Home Depot, go to any of these places, which we've also have lawsuits against. Is Home Depot.
Yeah.
We have lawsuits going up against Southwest Airlines, American Airlines, and a lot of other corporations right now. And a lot of business owners are now suing their government and their governors in their private capacity for crimes against humanity, which is all going to be coming out soon.
All right, folks. Well, anything else you want to add?
I would say go out there, go to our website. There's remedy, and that remedy needs to be spread, and more people need to get involved. It's about the numbers, folks, and we got to make our government officials accountable to we the people for their crimes, and we need to start doing it now. We don't have time. We want to get more of these filed before the election, and we want to get more of these corrupt officials, your governor, your judges, your politicians that are acting in treason against their oath of office. We need to clean house. You want to drain the swamp? This is the remedy. This is the remedy, and it's bulletproof.
Well, just to make a note there, listeners and folks, this man has gotten corrupt judges locked up, gotten corrupt prosecutors locked up, and gotten corrupt law enforcement locked up. So this man here has the silver bullet. Look in the sheriff's handbook, look to his website, constitutionallawgroup.us, click on resources. You'll see all the information right there to take action. And like he said, like Freedom is Essential has been saying, we need the numbers to do this. So you need to take action now and take back the republic.
One last thing is we need to pray, and we need God back in this nation. We need to be one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's right. Let's drive that silver bullet right through the heart of the enemy. Thank you, Rick, so much. Yep, appreciate it, brother. Yep.